Greetings everyone. Hey, thanks for joining me for this reading. This isn't sort of an unusual one to do, and given in real terms the amount of different outcomes that could possibly happen here, it's probably a little bit of an odd reading to pick, but it has such a great interest to me personally. I would love nothing more than to see peace and harmony on this planet while we've still got it, before we blow it up with either nuclear war or pollution or overpopulation. So this meeting between President Trump and North Korea's President Kim Jong-un is really interesting. If it's not already predestined or prefabricated or made up, then I'm looking into the cards to see what possible outcome might happen with this meeting that is set for probably 3 or 4 weeks away. I don't think we've been given a set time frame for it yet. But anyhow, we'll use these cards. I'm just shuffling for the energy now for this reading. There's 7 cards in the reading. So I will work through the meanings of the cards once they've been dealt, and we will see what a possible outcome can be. As I say, I think this is probably, a bit hit and miss, given that there's a lot going on behind the scenes that nobody has any idea about. So we'll just see how accurate these might be. So this is for Trump and Kim Jong-un, for the meeting that they are making. Okay. Well, there's some cards in there I don't like straight up. These 2 sevens, almost sort of on top of each other, are renowned as cards of deceiving and hidden agenda and lying. So I don't particularly like them. However, we will work through what each card means. We've also got the Magician reversed, and we also have the 9 of Swords on as the first card reversed. So the first card is past influences on North Korea and the USA. The second card is present influences on North Korea and the USA. The third card is future influences on North Korea and USA, or on the meeting if you like. The fourth card is energies working in favour of the meeting being a success. The fifth card is opportunities, and the sixth card is obstacles, and the 7th card is the outcome. Well, probably in the positions they're in, it makes a little bit more sense. So that first one is the 9 of Swords reversed. So that is the past influences between North Korea and America, or Trump and Kim Jong-un, and there is great tension there, and hostility and anger and feeling tied up, anxiety, disagreements, misunderstandings, a lot of stuff going on, hidden agenda, at night as well, causing nightmares for each other. Yeah, it's as if their hands had been tied, possibly by information or forces or sources other than just themselves, so tied beyond the realms of just the 2 of them. And we can clearly see that it's decades and decades of agreements or lack of agreements, or communications or lack of communication, and so forth. The second card is the present influences on North Korea and America, and we have there one of the nicest cards in the deck. It's the innocence, I guess you could say, of going back to almost childhood ability to see things through a child's eye. So being able to look at it lighter, being able to go back in time too, past all this here, so past the differences and the issues and the problems, to going back in time to trying to clear things or bring them together in a unity of togetherness and giving and receiving. So that is currently what is trying to happen between them. I know this is, everyone's going to say, there's political this going on and that, and it's all hidden agenda, and there's this and there's that. I'm not talking about any of that other stuff. I can't access that information personally. None of us know for sure exactly what is going on behind the scenes, so I'm kind of working with the information that's available to the average Joe public person. That would be where this reading is coming from. So the third card is future influences on North Korea and America's meeting. That Seven of Cups is just as well as reversed, quite frankly, because I don't trust it. I don't like it in its upright state. It's very similar to this 7 here, and the fact that we've got these two 7s in the reading, it does still indicate, you know, a bit of hidden agenda going on, a bit of non-truthfulness, but I think you could understand that to be the case when you're talking with probably two, you know, top powers on the globe, especially top powers now, nuclear powers that we're talking about here. But the Seven of Cups reversed is a better card reversed than it is upright. So it kind of talks about a card of making choices, and it says you're beginning to make them and move toward the right action. It sort of says you are feeling, or, and this could be either Trump or Kim Jong-un, that you are choices that need to be made and you're moving towards concrete and important action. And part of it talks about trusting your gut. You've probably already realised that you have to start somewhere. Do so and you will thrive. So again, that's a really positive message. It's like Trump did sort of trust his gut, and he did say, yep, right, let's get on with this and have this meeting, even though everyone's telling him not to do it. And there's a lot of speculation around saying that he was a fool for doing it, and that he's been, you know, it's all about bolstering his own ego and having him be in the record books to say he was the president of presidents. Well, look, if it works, who cares, one way or another. So the fourth card is the energies working in favour of the meeting being a success, and we have the Magician reversed. If it was the right way up, it would have almost been the perfect outcome. So with the reversal of the Magician, it's really quite interesting, but it is about making higher and better use of one's powers, but it can signal being reluctant to use one's newfound power in a spiritual manner that precedes the good for all, and we're talking about the good for the planet. So it can indicate or still suggest a bit of self-thinking, and it could be doubting yourself and creating problems for yourself and others around you. So there is an indication that there could be glitches with the meeting. It might be that it's shifted time-wise or shifted location-wise, or the talking itself in the meeting still has some fundamental issues. Maybe it's ego issues from either of the two leaders. Maybe it's issues of not giving up what the other wants. There does seem to be a disparity about what each nation is prepared to give up or is demanding from the other. So I think there is still going to be a glitch in terms of that. You need to see more freedom from both of them to allow a little bit of negotiation, and I think the negotiation is tight at the moment. A bit of a shame, because it's definitely the start of progress and the start of moving forward. It could come over time, or it could come if there is some sort of expansion or the dropping down of one leader's particular desire, you know, giving something away. So allowing for a lesser outcome if one of them agrees to that. So the fifth card is opportunities around the whole thing, and we've gone back to the love cup cards again. Oh, I love it when that's just my phone in the background, but it's beeping at the oddest moment in time. So there is some form of positivity around this meeting. There is some form of giving and taking, and there is some form of wanting to move forward. That Knight of Cups is often known as the signal of someone offering something from a genuine perspective. So one or other of them is trying to offer something genuine. Now, everyone is suggesting that it's not Kim Jong-un, that he is liar and, you know, a demigod, and he's like a ruler unto himself. But I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Change can happen to people at the most unusual times in life for the most unusual reasons. But to see that Knight of Cups in there is actually in quite a good position. Now the next card, number 6, is the Obstacles card. It is one of my least favourite in the deck. I don't like it at all. It does indicate lying, deceit, somebody trying to take something without the other party seeing it and running off in the darkness of night or undercover, so hiding part of the agreement. So it could be that in this meeting or with people around them, either their helpers or political parties or something, there is something else that we're not quite seeing in the picture that could be creating an obstacle for this whole meeting to either take place or for the outcome of the meeting to be totally favourable. Now, I can't say whether it's from the American side or the Korean side or even the Chinese side or the Russian side. Who would know? Because this is the whole world on this stage, really, at this meeting. It goes far deeper than just 2 leaders and 2 countries being affected. This is how we could potentially move forward on this planet as a nation or as a species of humans. So if we get it right, or if we can allow for positive movement forward, this could be a great time in our history of mankind in positive movement forward. But I don't like this card in the middle of it. It might be able to be worked through. It might be something minor. It could be something to do with technological perspectives of the meeting. That might be that the meeting is bugged, or it might be that someone else is listening in or does something that really irritates the 2 leaders one way or another. Like there might be someone else having an input in that wasn't meant to be there. It could be something like that. The final outcome is the Queen of Rods. Well, this is creative energies. This is passion. It is fire. I hope not fire as in fire the nuke up. It's normally considered a very positive card. It's considered a card of, movement, creativity, excitement, creation, passion and fire, ideas. So it's talking about movement forward with quite a lot of gusto and energy. Queen of Rods is known as one of the most fertile cards in the whole decks, metaphorically and literally. She has very woman and feminine tendencies, but she is all about signifying action and co-creation of something being done. So she's a positive sign. It's about conception and conceiving and moving forward in real terms. So the outcome still from here, even though there might be some glitches going on, some ups and downs, some other people perhaps not putting forth the right information or precluding some or adding bits and pieces in that shouldn't be there, it feels as though we're still moving forward and that there is still a possibility of a positive outcome moving forward for the 2 countries to help merge some sort of new collaboration or set of rules or outcome. Let's hope that's the case anyhow, so we'll just have to wait and see how that meeting actually goes. Hey, thanks for joining me everyone. Take care. Namaste.